Again, my name is Lisa. I'm one of the founders at the Real Estate Coaching Collective. Today, again, we're going to be talking about the fun real estate, open house ideas that you can do. Again, the goal is for us to give you some practical ideas, how to get more exposure for your listings so you can get them sold. And ultimately, that's what we're trying to do, right? Make some money and make some commission on our listings. Today, we're talking about 3 fun and unconventional open house ideas. Is going to help you attract more visitors and create those experience that you want so you can get them converted and you can get an offer into your house. So why are we reinventing the traditional open house, right? Typical things, if you ever started, probably your broker told you that open houses are the way to go. And I agree. I love open houses. Great way to meet people, great way to go out, preview homes, see what's going on, see what your broker is taking in as far as inventory. But buyers, they want an experience, right? That's why we kind of pay for these immersive museums or like Disney, experience and stuff. You're getting a memory and experience and not just a tour of the home. Anybody can go online and see it's a 3 bedroom 2 bath house, right? So memorable events are going to drive the bigger attendance for you. It's going to like allow for more social sharing. Everybody's about the TikTok and DMs and everything like that to share their cool thing that they found today. Creative open houses also help build like local connections. You can partner with local vendors, local partners, and stuff that really makes your open house stand out. And it also makes you, again, stand out in your competitive market. It's very unique. It's the only thing that you're kind of doing. There may be 1 or 2 agents that may catch on to the things that you're trying to do for open houses, but that's okay. You're going to be at the forefront if you convert out of the traditional open house, right? So that's why we want to get out of the traditional open houses. First idea that I'm giving you is do a local collaboration, a pop up is what we call it, right? So find a local business like the local shop or bakery or florist, whoever down the street, right? I even saw the other day driving by, like the local florist did a, I don't know what you call it in the like florist and design world, but basically it was like a big old backdrop, right? Like almost like a wall. And they had showcased all of like, it was like a wallflower arc. And so that was pretty cool to see like all the local like flowers and things like that that was on that wall of art. It really had people like stop by in the driveway so they could like, what is this, right? It was very unique. It was very different. Like they had a photo opportunity. They had a yard sign with a hashtag, hey, like tag realtor so and so, and then tag our local flower shop, right? That you saw this. So that was pretty cool. You could do it outside, you can do inside the home. Find that local partner that you love, right? And like find a creative way to incorporate that into your actual open house. Give them exposure, give you exposure as well. Also, the whole point is the social sharing, right? You want more eyeballs on more marketing. So the only way to do that is if you post it on your social channel, you're going to have the partner, the local business also share it on their social media and also encourage your attendees, right? The people who are actually showing up to your open house to also do the same, right? And then you're going to expand that audience, right? We talk about digital imprints and things like that. You're just going to get a bigger audience instead of just like the 5 or 6 people down the same street, the neighbors that know of that open house. You're going to now have more eyeballs because more people are seeing on social media. There is a geo targeting. We can talk about social media on a completely other day, but basically once you post it on there on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like whatever your social media of choice, you're basically broadening the number of eyeballs that you have on your listing, as well as exposing your local business and giving them like exposure as well with the customer base. So it's pretty cool to cross reference your audience and stuff like that. So that would be number one. Easiest thing is just find the local floral shop, like every city and town has that, or the local bakery, and just do a pop-up and stuff like that. I would probably do it in the front of the house or wherever like the best like foot traffic would be so they can see it. It's an eye-popping thing and they can stop by and give you a visit. So that would be number one. All right. Idea number two, a live art or music showcase. So creating like local artists, like have it framed inside the house, have them walk through it. You can even do like a, I don't know if you have seen those paint and sip like local businesses. I love going to it for girls' night out or date night with my husband. He won't let me spend any more because I have too much art in my house now. But you can definitely do, this type of experience like inside of the property itself. It can be inside every room. You can have it outside in the backyard if you have, like a really cool like gazebo in the backyard that you want to showcase, or like the front patio if you have enough room for that, right? Wherever it is that you can put the local artist and showcase their picture, and then have a paint and sip company do almost like a quick like you know paintbrushes, and like have it already mapped out like on canvases where people can grab it. Now obviously you don't want them to sit there for like 3 hours in an open house, or maybe you do, I don't know, that might create some buzz and stuff like that. I've also seen the other day where somebody took a picture of the house, they converted that into a coloring page, like the coloring pages that we used to do, like paint by number, color by number kind of thing. And so that was pretty neat for like the kids. They had crayons and markers and stuff. So you could do that same experience here as well. Instead of like the actual art, you could also do a picture of the house. And that was pretty cool. It was very touching for the sellers to see that they were able to use that as part of the fun open house idea. And the neighbors like all loved it. So again, it encourages them to stay for longer because they actually have to paint or color, right? Look through the live art, or talk to the musicians as they go through room to room or things like that. So people love these type of things, like the art and the music. It's a different like creative experience, so you're emotionally connecting with that person, and you also allow the open house attendee to bond with that place. They can imagine having their own like live art, or like fun times with their friends and family as they walk through the space. So that's, again, the whole point is the social media, getting them to share it. It's a different experience, and you're bringing in a very creative like art and music into that space for your open house. So again, may not work the best for a condo or a townhome, but if you have enough space for it, this would be a really cool idea to do. You can, if they don't have it, put it in the community center where it's close enough to the condo, maybe they can walk to it, of course with HOA management approval and stuff like that. But that would be idea number two. So hopefully somebody can, and also as we're going through this, if you ever have any of these, like I would love to see it. Like our community would love it. So record it, send it over to us, and we would be happy to like take a look and like, applaud you for like coming up with these ideas and using them in your day to day to make you stand out in the crowd. Number three, this is one of my favorite ones. I am a pet lover. Hopefully, you are as well. I'm not allergic to them, but idea is to do a pet friendly yappy hour. So we have the happy hours that's been tried and true, right? A wine tasting, wine and cheese, or you know, like bar, type of thing, like brewery for open houses. Sorry, I can't talk today. But you can do a pet friendly yappy hour. So have the open house, create it where it's like pet friendly, right? Like maybe some dog benches or cat, like I don't know what it's called, like the little carpet staircase thing, right? You can get those pretty cheap every now and then and reuse it, but you can design it inside of the house. Now, obviously, you want to make sure the seller allows pets, first of all, and then you probably want to get a professional cleaner like afterwards as well if you're going to invite the pets over. So create that atmosphere. You've seen the pet paradises at the airports, and I've seen it almost in every city, right? Pets are almost like your like sometimes more lovable, more loved than some of the kids out there. But people love showcasing their pets and allowing them to come in, take photos, have a treat station. I even had one that had like a dog groomer there. That was pretty cool. Now it was like $1 million listing, so obviously that was worth paying a dog groomer to come in for that. But like a quick like 10-minute session, like just a quick a cologne pet spray, and then like bow in your dog's hair or something like that. That goes a long way with some of your open houses. Obviously, partner with a local person. So your local pet shop, your groomers, rescue organizations. That one was really fun. We do a lot of yoga in the park, and there is a pet rescue company that comes out like once every like 3 months, and they bring in the rescue puppies or dogs that are available for adoption. So partner with them and see if that is something you can do for your open house, so you can get exposure for them as well as exposure for your house. And again, last thing is social media. We want them to post it, have those hashtags, make sure you have those out there so they can like tag you and you can tag each other back and forth. But also, like, you can also showcase the house on how pet friendly it can be. So they are dreaming of a place. Maybe they're renting an apartment or a condo or it's too small. I literally had a family member tell me, man, we wish I had a bigger backyard for the dogs. That's what forced them to sell their house and get a bigger one with me. So showcase those things like, hey, this is a fenced yard. There's, a pet deodorizer, right? Or it's like really sturdy flooring, whenever you've got like those pets coming in, right? So those types of things, like you want to make sure like you showcase the house so that it can be super friendly for everybody. So those are the three pet friendly ideas. It's different. It's a little bit out of the norm, and it might take a little bit of out of your comfort zone to do some of these things, but it will really help your open houses stand out and things like that. And with anything, like you want to have like a pre checklist for your open house as well as a post checklist open house, right? Like you want to do certain things to make sure that you get exposure for some of these things. So the best thing I'd probably say is when you do all of this, definitely have some graphics ready, right, to promote your open house. You probably want to do that 3 days before. Get as many people to share on social media as possible. Print out some of those open house flyers with the creative idea and why it's different from everybody else, and pass it out to like the 50 or 75 neighbors in the next like couple of streets next to you and above, or even the neighborhood next door to you, right? Because people in the neighborhood, they're nosy. They're gonna know about your open house and they're gonna want to go check it out anyways. But the neighborhood next to you, maybe 5-10 minutes down the block, like they wouldn't drive to that neighborhood, they wouldn't know of it. So expose yourself there to the neighborhood next door. Put it on next door if you're able. Find the Facebook groups and post it in there as well if you're able to. I've also seen other creative ideas like a taco truck or a food truck, right? They brought that and have that in front of the house. You might want to look at like city county permits. That is something you want to research before you actually like get somebody out there and then like the cops come and tell you you got to move and things like that. But those are certain things you want to do that are pre open house. After the open house, you want to make sure that they have a QR code, right? We love using Curb Hero. I'm a single agent, so I love throwing that QR code. It goes directly to my Follow Boss, my CRM. It allows me to let them know like where they're going. I can redirect them to which landing page I want them to go to. Curb Hero is fantastic for that. But if you don't have Curb Hero and you want to just do a typical like Google form, QR code that to the Google form, have them fill out the open house information, have that go back to your follow boss, or if you're using a different CRM, whatever that is that you want it to go to, have them do that. And then a follow up, right? Obviously, the best thing is like make sure you have a follow up after your open house inside your follow up boss or wherever. Make sure you text them, hey, thanks for stopping by Yappy Hour. As a thank you, here's $1 off to your local PetSmart or something like that, right? So make it creative, like take it all the way through from the beginning of the planning of your open house all the way to the end of your post open house, right? So you can follow through with that theme and that idea. And that's really all I have for you as far as that, planning it. So this is the before and after, right? Define your audience, who you want to target, select your theme, create your marketing plan. You can chat GPT this. It doesn't have to be hard. If you have a full marketing team, fantastic. Give it to them. Create that schedule and then make sure you deep clean it, stage it correctly with the props and the tools and things like that. If you need to, like, especially if we're doing like live art for the local like vendors and artists, you may want to even consider like insurance, event insurance, because what if you break something in the house, or like what if their $500,000 painting that they let you borrow for this event gets like slashed or something like that, right? You want to like think of those things, all the disasters that could possibly happen that you need to insure yourself. And then visitor packets, right? Like if you want to like, hey, like this is how you should start with the live show, the art show. Start with the living room, then go to bedroom 1, then go upstairs, then go to the backyard, right? Like whatever path and experience you want them to have, make sure they have a packet so they have a good checklist or a to-do list as they're walking through the property and stuff, and what they can feel whatever you wanted them to. So afterwards, again, send that thank you to the emails or text message, right? Share the photos and social media so you can hashtag them. If you're able to add them as a friend right then and there, put those people into your CRM. Like we said, we love Carb Hero for it, but you can use multiple different things. If you're a YLocal user, you've got the YLocal open house tool, use that as well. Follow up within 24 hours. That's the biggest thing, right? Like, hey, like nice meeting you yesterday at the what did you think of the local artist? What did you think of the music, right? Like, what did you think of the house? Can you imagine yourself living in there? Give yourself an opportunity to talk about that experience and follow up with them. And then look at the results, right? See, like, what traditionally you have been averaging as far as your open houses, how this has been able to like increase it or whatnot. You also want to give that feedback and number to your seller as well, right? So you can tell them, hey, these creative open houses generally gets 2.5 times more people coming through versus like our traditional one, right? Would you like to maybe spend an extra like $200-300 in marketing so I can like make these creative open houses for you? So build that into your listing presentation and negotiations, right? As you like get more creative with these things. So more ideas for you. Brunch and bubbly, right? It's you can do a morning, afternoon brunch. Who doesn't love mimosas and like just like cool pastries and stuff? A sunset thing, right? Pair with a wine and cheese kind of thing. Like I love doing 4 to 6 p.m. whenever they're driving home and they want to stop in for a quick like happy hour or drink before they get home, right? And a DIY workshop. I haven't tried this, but I would love to see somebody to actually like do this. But a mini workshop. If you ever thought about like Christmas, we do a lot of like ornaments and stuff with our clients. So you can do like a mini workshop like around that, or just some type of arts and crafts that they can do within 10-15 minutes. They can take that home with them, and that'd be pretty cool as an open house idea as well. So, takeaways: making events and creating those connections, right? Partnerships that you can like you know, pull in local vendors and local businesses and highlight them, right? And also making you stand out in the market, right? You're doing something a little bit different to strengthen your brand, your personality, and also position you as just the expert and the community expert, right? So those are really cool things I think that the open house, the fun open and conventional ideas are. So that is it for the presentation itself. And let me see if there's anything else. Let me see. I have our assistant Megan here. If there's any questions as far as like open house, things that you want to talk about, any other like maybe even experience that you've had, like really good ones or bad ones with open houses. Do you love them? Do you hate them? You stopped doing them, or you're all back in with open houses? Give me all the feedback for the next few minutes. If not, then we can end early and send you out the recording after this. All right. So I don't think we have any questions or things like that, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the fun open house ideas. Pick one, stick with it, and see how that works for you. Analyze it, track it, and things like that. We'd love to hear feedback on what's working, what's not for you. Maybe if you have a creative open house idea that we haven't like brought up or know of, like we would love to share that with the rest of the community. So you definitely know how to get a hold of us. Again, we are the Real Estate Coaching Collective. Our website is myrecc.com. We'll have this posted on our website as well as our YouTube channel. And don't forget, we do have the Lab Mastermind coming up. So that is happening August 29th in Dallas, right after the Tom Ferry Summit. For anybody who's attending this summit, we'd love for you to stay an extra day and meet with us. We're going to give you practical tips and tricks exactly like this, an actual playbook you can take home and use in your day-to-day business. Even if you're not attending the Tom Ferry Summit, we have some people flying in just for our mastermind event. So you can connect with other people who will open up their playbook and show you what they're doing with their tools and systems and in real estate to supercharge what they're doing on a day-to-day. We also have our the lab in November that is officially like underway right now. So we'll be announcing that pretty soon. There is a wait list for that on our website, so myrecc.com. Go ahead and take a look at that one, and we would love to see you after Unlock. So that would be the day after. I believe that's a Friday, November 9th, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But you'll be able to find all the details on our website. We would love to see you at any of those. And again, if you have any questions, you need any help with anything, we'd love to hear from the community. We're here to help you like supercharge your operations, marketing, sales, and just take you to the next level. So thank you so much for joining. Again, my name is Lisa Vo, and we will see you next time. Thank you.